Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Kelvin Wilson of We Do Movies and We Do TV, Movies, Food, and Hip Hop. And I'm back with another movie commentary. So this one is for Monique, and I'm calling this Monique and Tiffany Haddish. If you've seen my Monique commentary about her boycott of Netflix because of gender bias and racial bias, so if you want to look at that video, it is on the YouTube channel, so you can go and check that out. This is basically my Monique part 2 because it was just reported that Tiffany Haddish signed a deal with Netflix. Now, in an interview, Tiffany Haddish stated that she had signed this deal way before the story came out about Monique's dealings with Netflix. And much due and respect to Tiffany Haddish. So proud of her and what she's doing. Now, the reason why I'm actually going to do this commentary is because just off of the responses people been throwing at Monique, and I kind of talked about it in the first Monique video. My thing with this issue is this: comedy, just like movies, just like music, or any other thing that has to deal with art, is very subjective. So I liked the movie Straight Outta Compton, but I have a best friend who's like my brother, and he did not like that movie at all. We have gone through so many arguments about this movie, too many details to get into, but just know that because I like something and he didn't like it does not mean that I could just, discount his opinion. Everybody has an opinion. This is the age of information. And not only is this the age of information, this is the age of opinions. Everybody has an opinion. That's where my commentary videos come from, because I have an opinion on these things. You don't have to like my opinion. You don't have to watch the commentary videos, just like the one I did about Wesley Snipes and Blade. And there was a couple of people who voiced their opinion. If you don't like it, you don't have to hear it. And I'm pretty sure, just like with anything, you can watch something and hear something, and 5-10 minutes into it, you already know that you don't like it. So instead of just commenting about I think your speech is this, or I think this is this. First of all, shut the hell up. I'm not a professional film critic. I am an indie film critic and an indie commentator. I say my stuff, I do what I want, and that's that. But going back into this subject, the reason why I have a problem with the way people been coming at Monique is basically this. I just feel that a lot of us as African Americans need to do a better job at lifting our black men and black sisters up, which we don't do enough of. Now, when this Monique stuff came out, it was just a whole lot of people like, well, she ain't funny. Like, I don't think she deserved this. She ain't funny. Like, I don't think she deserved it. Like, she ain't did nothing in a long time. Now, granted, Dave Chappelle, a comedian that I truly, truly love, has been gone for 12 some odd years, just resurfaced out of the blue, because you remember, what was he really doing? After Chappelle's show, he went to Africa. And then after that, he even said, like, I spent a lot of time at home. I was doing this, and that. So a lot of stuff had nothing to do with TV appearances and stand-up. But when he came back, we were all on the jock of Dave Chappelle. Just like we were all on the jock of Chris Rock coming back to stand-up. And those dudes are legends. Amy Schumer, I don't think she's that funny, but she has an audience and she sells out, and that's perfectly fine. The problem that I have with us as people is that we don't do enough research to say that Monique ain't did nothing in a long time, where there's evidence that she's been doing stand-up. She still does stand-up. She still goes on stand-up tours and all this other stuff. She may not be visible on television, but a lot of stand-up comedians do that. Bill Bellamy, who was like rising back in the 90s, you don't see much of him because he's back to doing stand up. And this is what we do. We listen to something. We don't dig into information. We don't read up on stuff. We just go on hearsay. And Monique and the whole Charlemagne the God conversation on the Breakfast Club, to me, it's like this. It's like, so what if Monique and Tiffany Haddish, that conversation, like, so what? There's people still gonna be like, well, Tiffany Haddish got her deal. Like, she got $800,000 for a animated show. But that's a deal that she's supposed to sign. Tiffany Haddish is still a newcomer. Tiffany Haddish needed to sign that deal because she's still new to the game. Monique is not new to the game. Monique has put in work. She has done tours. She is the queen of comedy. She has done television shows. She's done movies, won an Oscar. I think she's entitled to what she thinks that she deserves. That deal from Netflix was a crappy deal, plain and simple. And now, if you don't want to boycott Netflix, you don't have to boycott Netflix at all. But stop demonizing our brothers and sisters. Everybody, that's the one thing that pisses me off about us as a people. We are just as cruel and just unimaginable and just really ridiculous. Just like them white boys and white girls when they get on the computers and talk all that bull crap. That's exactly what we do. We don't support anything. Now, we support stuff that we want to support, but we don't support things as a whole. If you don't want to boycott Netflix, you don't have to boycott Netflix at all. But look at the facts. She was offered a deal for $500,000. Wanda Sykes, another legend, was offered a deal for $250,000. Tiffany Haddish offered a deal and signed for $800,000. That deal Tiffany Haddish should have signed for. The deal that they gave Monique and Wanda Sykes, I'm sorry, they shouldn't have signed for it. Like I said before, art is very subjective. If you don't like a person, you don't like a movie, you don't like a certain rapper, that's fine. But to say what they don't deserve, or that person's crazy, or they need to let that go when you don't know the whole story, I just think that you just need to do what everybody else has to do and do your research before you spew hateful stuff, especially about a black man and a black woman. That's all I'm saying. Everything is subjective. I love Tiffany Haddish. I love her personality. I love her attitude. I love her spirit. Do I think Tiffany Haddish is like drop dead funny? No. But I love her and I will support her. And if she said that she got a raw deal from Netflix, then I would have said, you got the clout now because you the hottest thing out. You can go anywhere. Monique, you can go anywhere. Wanda Sykes, you can go anywhere. And she did. That's all I'm saying. Start lifting up your brothers and sisters. Black people, that's all I'm saying. From a brother's point of view. We have to do better. But what do you guys think? Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Hit us up on Facebook at We Do Movies. You can check out all the commentary videos and the reviews on the We Do Movies page as well as the YouTube channel. And until then, I'll see you next time. Peace.